meet Dreamcatcher, and meeting Dreamcatcher is lit! Yeah! KCON LA! Woo! Wait, LA. So Dreamcatcher comes out, introduces themselves, and boom, we get to the fan sign-in. I wrote out cards for every single member and my friends translated them for me. And so I gave to Sua and I said, "Happy birthday, I love you." And she's like, "Oh, thank you, I love your hair." And I was like, "Ah!" And then I moved on to Handong and she was like, I like gave her my album and she was like, and I was like, oh, I need to backtrack a little bit. Basically, when she jumped off the bus, I waved at her intensely, and then she waved back. So I think her going like this meant she recognized me from before, but then she said something in Korean. And I was like, YouTube? And she was like, said something in Korean, and I was like, video? And she was like, video. So, I don't know, does she recognize me from saying hi to her when she got off her little bus truck? Or does she recognize me from YouTube? We will never know.
Bus truck?
Bus truck car thing. And then they performed for us. I didn't know they were gonna perform for us. Holy shit. And then after the performance comes the Q&A part.
What other artists do you want to collaborate with?
저는 데이식스 분들.
Yeah!
네, 맞아요. 그분들도 약간 밴드 사운드잖아요.
Band sound. Rock band.
밴드 사운드. So, 네, 그래서.
Yes! Yeah.
Kind of like a live band type of like
Yes.
한없이 끌어안고 있던 널 놔야 해. 난 아무것도 해줄 수 있는 게 없는데. 인사할까요? 저희는 지금까지 드림캐쳐였습니다.
Okay, so if you want to see more footage from me meeting Dreamcatcher at their LA fan sign, I've actually posted a separate video where it's all the footage that I took. This is a very dumbed down version, so this vlog won't be too long. Check out the description for the link to that full vlog. Okay, moving on to KCON. The rest of my day was panel, the art of K-pop making, the magic of art K-pop making. I always screw up the title, it's too long.
Art of K-pop something.
And then we kind of already went over this, but when a company reaches out to you, or if you're at a songwriting camp, what are you given for inspiration? Do the A&R people come in and say, okay, we have a song titled Fireball, right, you know, a song for this, or do they give you the lyrics? What do they give you?
Most of the time it's like a reference video or something. Like, for instance, if there's a song on Billboard Top 40, they might say, we like this kind of track vibe, but we want the melodies a little bit more like this video, and we want the choreography to work a little bit more with this. It could be like a mishmash of like 3-4 videos, and then you just gotta try to
do the math and figure out exactly what that sounds like.
The choreography is so important these days. I think a lot of the labels, they choose songs based on what they can come up with, like cool choreography ideas, danceability, etc.
Okay, so I'd like to dive into specifically your two songs, Sing For You and For Life. First of all, Sing For You, the instrumentation, like you said, is just guitar, and yet it's so captivating.
Yeah.
What made you decide to use this sparse instrumentation and vocal harmonies, because those don't come in much?
Right, well first of all I have to give big time credit to Kenzie for this, because she's unbelievable and she made that sound, made that what it was. But I think the secret to it, and listening back, the guitar is constantly changing. There's, I mean, if we're being specific about guitar parts, there's a lot of fingerpick stuff, and then it'll change for the chorus, and suddenly, or when it goes into the sing for you, they start going into the strumming, and then there's you know, just swipes, guitar swipes. So the parts are always changing, and there's a lot of play with dynamics and density. So even you know, the verses will start kind of more intimate, and then by the time the chorus happens, even though it's still just the same two guitars, there's this invisible fullness that happens. And I think the biggest secret to it is the vocal performances. They're so emotional, and I'm embarrassed to say I'm not even sure what the lyrical content is, but it almost doesn't matter because I'm roped in by this vocal delivery that just keeps me on the hook at every turn.
Right. Do you think it was the fact that the instrumentation kept changing up, or the vocals that kept the song developing and kept our attention?
I think it's probably both.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's probably both. From a compositional perspective, there's a lot of sections to that song.
Mm-hmm.
We have at least 4 sections, maybe even 5 if you include the bridge. But there's like the verse, then there's the pre, then there's the chorus, then there's the sing for you thing. So there's a lot of parts, and I think the instrumentation helps, and I think the vocal delivery does a lot of the work.
It's a bundle of amazingness.
And in case you guys don't know this, the labels ask for the demos in English most of the time, in like 95% of the cases. So we write it in English, and then they might change the lyrical content. They might keep some of it, but it's different. But mainly the demos are always basically made in English. Even when there are Korean writers in the room, they want to hear it in English, like when they choose the song.
Very
maybe to make sure the melodies are strong enough in a different language. You know?
Yeah.
Maybe so. Yeah, maybe it makes it like neutral, like you're not swayed by the lyrical content. You're just hearing the best melodies possible. Probably.
Which works for us who can't understand Korean. So this, make sure you remember what he said, and if someone comes up to you and says, "So why do you listen to K-pop and you can't understand it?" Just say what they said.
Music. It's the language of music.
Yeah. Why do some songwriters, mostly you, write vocal harmonies at the ends of phrases? So let's say da 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 da, but on the da is only where like a bunch of other voices would come in. I'm seeing that a lot.
Yeah,
in pop
that's
music.
something I like doing. Instead of just following always the same, like the melody with the harmony going all the way, I think you get more impact if you pick specific spots, you know, where you kind of can do a big stack of certain words to get that kind of impact. And when it comes to vocal arrangement, I don't like when it's going too much like parallel, that you move all the harmonies the same way. I like individual harmonies, individual lines where one of them might move along, 1 or 2, and then one might stay on one note. One might do like a little bit of a counter movement. If the melody is going up, the harmony might go down, and vice versa. And no, I think it's an art form of itself, the vocal arrangement, and I like to listen a lot to vocal arrangements from American artists from the 90s, from that R&B era, like Brandy and the artists like that. Those were really amazing vocal arrangements, with counter melodies and lines that go in between. And yeah, so that inspires me a lot. If
you want to watch the rest of that, the art of K-pop music magic making, check the description because I'll be posting the full panel down there. So after that was over, I filmed Andreas. You guys, please look forward to his appearance on the guest series.
That's a headline, something like that.
He'll be answering questions that I asked him about his songs and what he thinks about songwriting in the K-pop industry and such, and then also he'll be listening to a few of his songs and talking about what the songs are, the process, you know, some behind the scenes stuff. And since he lives in LA and I live in California, he says that he'd love to be on the channel in the future, and some of his songwriting friends would probably be interested too. So I'm so excited to get some of the jazz musicians like on the channel. Like they went to like a really tough music conservatory and studied classical music and jazz, and now they're writing K-pop, and I'll be able to feature them on the channel and just like dissect their brains, and I'm super excited, even though if they live all around the world. But Andre said, I'll hook you guys up, and I'm like, and then I went to the Dreamcatcher fan meeting and whoa! Yeah! Thanks to Charlotte, Fiona, and Yuni for taking over for me for the first 15 minutes. They were the moderators. They had to do all the talking and reading off the slides, and I showed. You did. I'm pretty sure you didn't suck. Yeah. Oh, it was just so fun. Thanks to all the insomnias who showed up. And then our day ended with food and very, very, very hot chicken wings. Dude, focus. Sexy food. Ooh, yes. Fiona, what'd you decide to order?
I ordered chicken tenders with ghost pepper.
You good?
Yeah! Oh, well, that's my bag. I'll just take my stuff, I guess. I'll be here. Only pain is coming. But
family friendly, so I can't say the things that I want to say. The vein on the side of your head is starting to pop out.
Look at that vein. It's popping. It's popping.
what is it?
Oh.
It's ghost pepper on your...
Oh my god, it's ghost pepper chicken?
Meanwhile, I was like, I'm fine.
Why?
Kimchi fried rice,
Yeah,
perfect amount of spice. Same with this spicy tuna.
Oh, no! You got
No hunger of spice.
Now it's over! Okay, I thought that was the first verse, okay? That was an honest mistake. Fuck it. The same, like, suspension I was, like, so hyped about has fucked me over.
Okay, next time you have to wait 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Ready?
I'm being looked at, okay? I want to choke that. That's cute. That's your outfit.
Are you going again? What the hell is this? Dude.
Every day we stray farther and farther away from God. I regret it already.
Remember this regret. And then we went to Club KCON. And then we went back to our hotel to rehearse for our Saturday panel. Then the people excited to see Momoland and Into It went back to Club KCON, and now Charlotte, Lindsay, and I are just chilling out. at the hotel, eating Doritos and finishing up this vlog. So that was KCON day number 1. So thanks for watching this vlog. Signing out. Bye!